May the gods keep the wolves in the hills and the women in our beds.
Hey! Is this heaven? No. It's Iowa.
Well, hello, sexy monkeys. Welcome back to Sky Gene Experience. I'm Ben. I'm doing a movie review for the sequel of Top Gun called Top Gun Maverick. And wow. It's right up there with the Batman and the Northman for this year for the top 3 movies. Easily. It's unfucking believable. Absolutely love this movie. You really were in that cockpit, because when they're in that cockpit flying around, they're in controls of the camera. They're like the kind of DP, the cinematography. Unbelievable. The cinematography throughout the whole movie was so sharp, incredible. And there was not a moment throughout that whole movie where I was like, if I want to take a piss, I'm waiting to the end, because there wasn't a moment where it's like, oh, I might sneak up for 5 minutes here. No. The only thing I was like about was the love interest, Penny, for Tom Cruise's character. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great, but wasn't necessary. I'm on the fence with it. But it could have been a lot worse. But I'll take it. So if you had the nostalgia feeling from the 1986 Top Gun movie, you're going to get all of that in this movie. Why? How? Because the opening 5 minutes of this movie is identical to the first 5 minutes of Top Gun 86. How they're, the Navy crewmen, actual Navy people, they're not actors, they're not extras, they're actually Navy personnel doing their job of being on the top deck of a carrier. Absolutely brilliant, just like the first movie. And every single song that you can think of in the first movie is in this movie. They do another piano scene where they're singing, different song though, but very nostalgia. Well, I mean, they do play the same song from the first movie, but it's different people, different vibe singing it. Miles Teller, he plays Goose's kid. My God, he looks just like him. I'm a huge Miles Teller fan. Huge fan of it. He is going to be right up there with one of the greatest actors by the time he's done. He is phenomenal. Right now I'm watching him on The Offer. It's a TV series about making The Godfather on Paramount Plus. Highly recommend watching it. Highly recommend. But seriously, the humor in this movie, I cracked up laughing maybe 5 to 7 times out loud in the theater. And I don't do that. I usually shut up and I just do. But I was laughing so hard where I couldn't do it. And there's so many people in the theater that were just laughing their ass off. The humor is perfectly fit in. I love it. Okay, so in the first movie, it was all about being in the Top Gun program. This is all about people that have passed the Top Gun, and these are the top 1% of all fighter pilots. And they have to train for a couple weeks to do this mission. And Maverick is the teacher for these young students. Not students. Damn it, Ben. Maverick is the instructor of these top pilots that are already past Top Gun. And he's training them to do a military mission that's in about 3-4 weeks. Alpha males. Fuck. Ed Harris. He's in this. And he had that one scene where he like stood out there where he lifted that shit up. Oh yeah, speaking of that, Tom Cruise, his character Maverick, you're thinking like, what is he doing right now? It's been, goddamn almost 40 years, it feels like. 30-some years. What has he been up to? Well, he's been a captain the whole time. He hasn't been promoted. But what he really does is he tests new Navy planes. That's really what he does now. And he's kind of at the end of the road. Even the Navy don't know what to do with him. They're like, dude, we don't know what to do with it. You're so fucking good, but you're a captain and you're doing this and doing that. So that's why he is going to the Top Gun. Not Top Gun. So his last resort, well, Val Kilmer, his character Ice, he is now the commander of the Navy. At least part of one of the commanders. He's an admiral. And he wants Tom Cruise to lead this class, to teach these good young pilots to complete this mission. And it's great to see Val Kilmer, because you think it might be just a photo on the wall, but no, he's actually in this movie, and he actually speaks. Because we all know he has a really shitty throat thing. He has like a tracheotomy, because he was a huge chain smoker, and he's gained that now. So you like, man, is he gonna talk? But he does talk, and it's rough, but It's one of those moments where you just want to cry. It really was, because you see them together again. It's beautiful. But they use his real life throat condition in the story, which I thought was beautiful. If you're a huge plane junkie, you're gonna love this because they really get into like the details of different planes. And at the very end, I won't really give you much detail, but if you watch the movie Behind Enemy Lines, it's like that. So the ending, you think it's ending, but it just keeps going, and it goes in a good way. And Behind Enemy Lines, it reminds me of that instantly. Oh, love it. But what I was trying to get to is they have to find an older jet, an F-14, and the humor out of Miles Teller is kind of like telling a young kid, like, hey, this is a payphone, this is a VHS, this is an old dialer phone. And the comedy comes out of like, what the fuck is this? Are we really doing this? Trust me, I laughed my ass off. Perfect. I like how they do with the enemies like they did with the first movie. What I mean by that is they don't show their face. They don't show any of them like be flying out. The only thing you see of the enemies are they're in the sky. They're faceless. They're nameless. They don't speak, just like the first movie. I'm glad they stuck to that. But at the very end of this movie, you have one of the wonderful, most beautiful moments in cinema history where I would say half of the theater was crying their eyes out. And 3/4 of them were all men. And I'm talking 40, 50, 60-year-old grown ass men. It's such a beautiful moment. It really was. And I really hope they don't add. I really don't hope they don't make another Top Gun movie. You can. There's a lot of room you can, but it's like this movie was such perfect. It was really perfect. Maybe one more in like 5, 10 years when Tom Cruise is like giving it up for real, but no, this was a great ending to a great movie, and overall, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10 for a Sky Gene score. A goddamn 9 out of 10 is fucking unbelievable. It's totally rewatchable. Like I want to go watch it instantly after I got done watching it. I watched it a couple days ago, and I cannot wait to go watch it again. That's how much it's a really good movie. All right, Section Monkeys, I'm curious what you guys have to think about this movie. Let me know down in the comments below, and we'll have a little chat about it. Until then, I'm going to do some not 1883. I got a couple episodes I need to catch up for the offer on Paramount Plus, and then I did all my 1883 notes, so I'm going to go through all 10 episodes. That's coming down the road, and then Jurassic World comes out on the 10th. So I'm going to do all the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies and all that fun stuff. So that's kind of like what I'm doing the next good week. So keep an eye out for that. And then I'm going to do a review for The Godfather. Just because on the offer, the Paramount Plus TV series, they talk about The Godfather and was making The Godfather. And it really got me wanting to watch that movie again. And it's incredible. I'm getting off topic. All right, Sexy Monkeys. I'll see you later.